Good morning. We're still talking about Frederick Douglass today. We're going to finish the story and cover the second half in class after going over these answers. So we left off here, paragraph 8. It says, this section is titled A National Leader. After returning to the United States, Douglass decided to start his own abolitionist newspaper called the North Star. Its first issue was published on December 3rd, 1847. Unlike other similar newspapers, it was owned, written, and edited by African Americans. It included everything from news articles to poems and book reviews. Douglass himself wrote many of the paper's articles. Freedom and equality for all. In addition to wanting to end slavery, Douglass believed in equality for all Americans. In the North Star, his other writings, and his speeches, he often discussed the importance of equal rights for women. He also wrote often about the necessity of education for all Americans. And here our caption reads, "The North Star was named for the bright star in the night sky that escaped slaves used as a guide toward freedom." Why did Douglass name his paper the North Star? What kinds of things did Douglass include in his paper? A spectacular speech. On July 5, 1852, Frederick Douglass delivered one of the best-known speeches of his career. He spoke at a 4th of July celebration in Rochester, New York. In front of a crowd of about 500 people, he pointed out that Independence Day did not mark freedom for African Americans. It only stood for the freedom of the nation's white residents. He called for the country to embrace its founding principles of freedom and equality by ending slavery. Explain why Douglass's speech in Rochester is one of his most famous. This serves as a timeline just to show that the events that they included in this biography were in chronological order or time order. I guess I could make this one possibly a little bit bigger. The end of slavery. In the 1850s, the national debate over slavery became more and more heated. Many people in the northern states wanted abolition. However, plantation owners in the southern states did not want to give up their source of free labor. Finally, the Civil War broke out between the North and the South in 1861. Douglass hoped that the conflict could bring an end to slavery once and for all. During the Civil War, Douglass encouraged free black men to join the military and fight against the South. He even met with President Abraham Lincoln to discuss the way black soldiers were treated. He wanted to make sure they received fair payment for their services. Why did a civil war break out in 1861? Explain why Douglass met with the president. Here in this illustration, it's captioned, "Douglass's meeting with Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War was just the start of his government leadership." The North defeated the South in 1865. Later that year, Congress approved the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which officially ended slavery throughout the country. What was the result of the 13th Amendment to the Constitution? More to do. Even after slavery was abolished, Douglass kept fighting for equality. He argued for the importance of voting rights and other fair treatment for African Americans and women. Beginning in the early 1870s, he was appointed to several positions in the U.S. government. Among them were Marshal in the District of Columbia and U.S. Minister and Consul General to Haiti. These positions made him the first African American to hold high rank in the government. Here it says Douglass greets supporters after taking office as Marshal of the District of Columbia. Why do you think that the author titled this section More to Do? Actually, I have to make one. Well, I don't even know. Maybe that's right. Remembering a Hero. In 1895, at about the age of 77, Frederick Douglass died of heart failure. Around the world, people celebrated the life of this great man. With strength and determination, he had risen up from slavery to become one of the nation's most influential figures. He is remembered as a hero who fought bravely to end slavery and promote equality. His work continues to inspire people to this day. Explain why Frederick Douglass is considered to be one of the most influential people in the U.S. history. In U.S. history, sorry. And the last question, what characteristics help you to recognize this text as a biography? And y'all don't have to worry about this part. This is just something that the kids in person are going to do. Thank you for watching the video. I will see y'all in class.